Okay, in this video, what we're going to do is continue on with our DAG example application and add grouping functionality into our transform node. Now, this is simple. All you got to do is recall how grouping must work. When you group one object or two objects together, what really happens? Well, in the specification for this application, we said that a new transform node is created. The transform node is called group. It could be group 1, group 2. Later when we get name validation in, that'll take place. But it's a new transform node called group. And the node or nodes that you said to be grouped get parented to the new transform node. That's it. It's that simple. So we have two of these methods to address, Logan. One that has a 2-parameter input and the other one that has a single parameter input. So let's go ahead and code them in. This is going to be quick.
All right, let's jump to TransformNode, and then let's code in the 2-parameter version. Now, like you said, we have two things that we have to do. We have to make a new transform node for this group node. Then we have to take the two things that were passed in and make them children of that group.
That's it.
So let's begin with the group node. Let's make a transform node. Let's call it group node, and let's initialize that to a new transform node. And for the name of this node, let's feed it the name group. Alright, so that gives us our group node. Now we need to take node 1 and node 2 and parent them to group node. So this is as simple as node 1 dot set parent group node, and node 2 dot set parent to group node.
Oops, wrong way.
And other parenthesis. There we go. Parented to group node. And really, that's all there is to it.
That's simple. All right, let's go ahead and finish off that one.
Which I'll finish off the other one by taking and stealing the first two lines. Make a group node, transform node, parent node 1 to it. We'll copy, paste those lines into the other version. We have a node 1. That works. We know this one works because it's just a creation. So let's build. Everything has succeeded.
Let's test it out.
And now let's jump back to program and do some testing.
Yeah, we've got all sorts of stuff that we can use now.
We know from the last lesson that this is the output we have thus far. So let's say just do something simple. Let's regroup.
Ooh, let's do something complicated. How about let's group D and C
into a new group.
Into a new group.
Okay.
Because C contains its own hierarchy.
All right. Let me have it write out that we're going to be testing
grouping.
And then we will say transform node dot group
and node D and node C.
So node D and node C.
And then we'll do another
shell. All right.
Let's run it. All right. Check it out. So now we had A, B, D, and then C, E, F. So our two different hierarchies. For testing grouping, now we have A, and A has one child, B, and we have a transform node called group. Notice he's also at the root level. There's no hyphens in front of him. And inside group, it has two children, D and C. And how cool is this? With C, look what came along. It's children, E and F. So beautiful.
So now we could do something interesting, like take this new group, and, well, after we get a handle, I was thinking of regrouping the node, but we don't have a reference to that. We'd have to go and find it. We don't have that yet.
Yeah, that's coming real soon. Let's go ahead and try a single group. So who do you want to pick on? Do just B. It'll rip B out of...
Do you want to just change this one?
Yeah, we can do that.
So change this to node B.
So that'll pull B out of Group A's hierarchy into a new group's hierarchy where group will be the parent. And boom, that's exactly what we're seeing. So B's been pulled out. Now remember, up here right before we tested grouping, D was a child of B. So D must remain a child of B, but B now becomes a child of group instead of a child of A. So everything still looks dead on. So at this point in time, after testing the grouping, we have three different transform nodes at the root level, A, C, and group. All right, that's pretty much it, guys. It is that straightforward. So that is going to wrap up this video on grouping. Thanks a lot.